Shalom! How's everyone doing today? Yes, it is a little brighter in the sky this morning. I ended my day a little later last night, so, you know. But it is my Friday. Technically it's Thursday, but it's my Friday. So, I'm gonna knock out Proverbs 9. Then, we'll get going for the day. Hopefully it'll be a good day. Alright. Michelle. Proverbs 9. Wisdom has built her house. She has hewn out its 7 columns. She has slaughtered her meat. She has mixed her wine. She has also prepared her table. She has sent out her young women. She cries out from the highest places of the city, "Who is simple? Let him turn in here." As for him who lacks heart, she says to him, "Come, eat of my bread and drink of my wine, or drink of the wine I have mixed. Leave the simple ones and live, and walk in the way of understanding. He who reproves a scoffer gets shame for himself, and he who rebukes a wrong one gets himself a blemish. Do not reprove a scoffer, lest he hate you. Reprove a wise one, and he loves you. Give instruction to a wise one, and he is wiser still. Teach the righteous one, and he increases in learning. The fear of Yahweh is the beginning of wisdom, and the knowledge of the set-apart one is understanding. For by me your days become many, and years of life are added to you. If you have become wise, you have become wise for yourself. And if you have scoffed, you alone bear it. A foolish woman is loud, simple and without knowledge, for she has seated herself at the door of her house, on a seat by the highest places of the city, to call to those who pass by, who go straight on their way. Who is simple? Let him turn in here. And as for him who lacks heart, she says to him, stolen waters are sweet, and bread eaten in secret is pleasant. But he does not know that the dead are there. Her guests are in the depths of Sheol. Sheol is the place of the dead, for those of you who are unaware. Yeah, this is a good one. Yeah. So, let me see. He who reproves a scoffer gets shame for himself, and he who rebukes a wrong one gets himself a blemish. I think in today's society we've gotten to this point where, everyone wants to argue about everything. And honestly, we're not going to change. Excuse me. I know. Caffeine required. We're not going to change people's minds on things. We're really not. Unfortunately, in my humble opinion, I think people are pretty set in their ways. It used to be that we could have reasoned conversations, and I'm not saying that that's not the fact. There are still some people out there who are willing to have their minds changed, but when one political ideology decides that we're gonna basically, that they're gonna go after the reasoners, the people who are openly inviting to have the conversation, not only going after them, but to kill them. Like what happened to Charlie Kirk. He just wanted to have these open conversations in public, because when you have to actually espouse your ideology, when you actually have to say what you believe and then defend it in public with someone who is diametrically opposed to you, that's a hard thing. It can be a hard thing, it can be tough to and if your ideas aren't good, then, they're pretty much shown in the light for what they are. And Charlie Kirk was really good at making people realize that the ideas that they were espousing weren't that great. And so what it says here is basically don't argue with people who are unwilling to be argued. Don't argue with people who are willing to scoff at you, who are willing to mock you. Because honestly, their hearts aren't going to be changed. What did Yeshua say when you go into a city and they reject you? You don't sit there and try to convince them to join your side. You knock the dust off your feet and you move on. Because some people will be willing to hear and some people won't. And unfortunately, that's where we're at. That is where we are at. We are in an age of some people are willing to hear and some people are not. And we need to find like-minded. We need to find our tribes. Which is what Bear says, your vibe attracts your tribe. Yeah. We need to be indwelt with people that we agree with on a very deep level. Because time's a-coming. Time's a-coming. I hope you guys realize that we are in a pivotal point in our history. And it's going to get rough. Just in this last week, the amount of reports coming out on civil conflict, civil strife, borderline civil war stuff has been mind-numbing to me. And I literally look on Facebook and I see posts from people that I know really well. We used to hang out all the time. That are saying blatant, outright evil. It's like, well, why don't you delete them? Because I want to know what they're saying. It's like an indicator for me. The fear of Yahweh is the beginning of wisdom. And the knowledge of the set-apart one is understanding. For by me your days become many, and your years of life are added to you. Yeah. All right. Don't drink stolen waters. Don't eat bread in secret. That'll lead you to death. That will lead you to death. All right, I gotta get up. Gotta get going. We got a hopefully not stressful day ahead. We'll see. Every day is new challenges when you're driving a truck. I need a haircut real bad. I'm looking like a crazy man out here. All right, I'll catch y'all later. Shalom.